everybody, and welcome to another episode of Worst Pedals Ever. I am your host, Lucas, and today we're going to be taking a look at the DOD Death Metal Distortion. Fun little fact, this pedal was made to compete with, I believe, the Boss HM2, so that's why it has a death metal title of it. And if you look at the housing of it, it kind of looks like squirrely, like splash paint. Excuse me, spatter is what it looks like. And the very first line of pedals that these came out, it was actually like really blood. It looks kind of like blood spatter. That did not make parents happy, so DOD went and changed it because, you know, parents couldn't have their little babies on anything that looked like blood. So they went ahead and they changed that, and I believe this is like one of the second issues of it. And the actual wording on the knobs here is very interesting because the level is rip, the low is guts, the mid is pain, and the high is a scream. Very interesting. I gotta give it to DOD. They do normally put very interesting wording for their controls on here. The battery department, like on almost all of DOD's, is right at the top. Metal housing. For the back of mine just has nothing on the back. It's a smooth back with a very dirty piece of Velcro. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think without further ado, we're gonna plug this bad boy up and see how it sounds. All right, so everything is plugged up. Let's get a little taste of the clean sound we're gonna be working with. All right, that is what we are gonna be working with. Let's kick this death metal beast on. Everything is directly up at 5. Alright, as you can already tell, the gain on this thing is insane because there's no gain knob on it at all. At all, period. No gain knob. And as you can also hear, it's extremely noisy. So let's mess with it some. Let's give it some more guts. Let's take away the pain. And how do we put more scream? Should I go with you? Put some more scream in there? Oh yeah. By the way, since this is a death metal pedal and death metal is usually bad, anytime I play something that's really bad, it's the pedal's fault, okay? Not me, pedal. Let's mess with this thing some more. I'm gonna give it some more pain. I want pain, yes. I feel the noise level rising. Some more, just turn your screen like basically almost all the way down. Let's see what that does. Kind of like that a little better. Alright, so it does sound a little bit better when we take a lot of that high out. But you know what? This is Worst Pedals Ever, and we want it to sound as nasty as possible sometimes. So let's put lots of scream. Let's take out some guts. Let's leave the pain. Let's rip it a bit more. Let's turn it up. Oh God, let's see what it sounds like now. we put lots of scream. This pedal definitely does scream. Let's put a little bit more guts. Let's take out the pain. Okay, it's too painful. Let's put some scream right about there. Let's give it a little bit more rip. All right, there we go. Woo! I hate it when I use, you know what? I think it's time. I really think it is time. Because I want to feel all of the rip, all of the guts, all of the pain, and all of the scream. I have to say, one of the most noisiest pedals, one of the noisiest pedals that I have ever played, but it actually doesn't sound half bad when you crank it all the way up, and it actually sounds a lot better when we were turning the knobs. So let's wrap things up on the death metal distortion. Now that we have done the death metal with the DOD Death Metal Distortion, what are our takeaways from this? First of all, I hate not having a gain knob on it. That is really lame because it gives it that wide open sound all the way from the very beginning. This is a very noisy pedal. I actually had it plugged in the side, but when I plugged it in, it had this horrible grounding noise, so I just plugged in a battery to it, and that kind of solved the problem. It's still noisy regardless of which way that you do. I found it sounds the best when you turn it wide open. I find it actually sounded the best when you did that, because as you heard when we were playing with the knobs, it sounded like the more we played with it, the worse it sounded. Is this one of the worst pedals ever? I'm gonna have to say yes, but it's one of those pedals that's so bad it kind of creeps into good territory. Because the tone you get when it's fully cranked up, you can use that in any type of context. If you want for something super dirty, or you want something to be super nasty if you're playing live at like a gig, yeah, you can definitely create some nice textures with it. Would I ever consider keeping the DOD Death Metal Distortion on my pedal board full time? Absolutely not. This pedal is extremely horrible. It only really does one sound really great, and that's just kind of, grungy and nasty. But that's not exactly what death metal is. You can get some good tones in death metal. It sounds the best wide open, like I've said before, like we heard when we were playing it. This pedal is definitely one of the worst pedals ever made, but enough about me and my silly opinions. What about you and your experiences with the DOD Death Metal Distortion? Do you have one? Do you like it? What tones have you gotten with this death metal beast? Let me know in the comments down below, and as for me, I'm gonna have to be out. Peace. Ugh.